Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Radio Free Decipher. We've got all of our notes out here. We're prepared to the hilt to bring you the most accurate information on everything that is going on Decipher.
There is lots of news to share today. We've got Lord of the Rings coming up. We've got 2 interviews related to Lord of the Rings. We have Trek news, Wars news. It's a busy show.
It's crazy.
So let's just jump right into it.
All right. We have with us in studio right now the man you've all been waiting for, Chuck Kallenbach. How are you doing this afternoon?
Hi everybody. I'm doing great.
Have you been building up this appearance like all this week?
I have. Sure. My publicist has been working all the phones.
All right.
Constantly.
Yeah. Excellent. So, tell us, Chuck, Lord of the Rings.
I could talk about Lord of the Rings TCG for weeks.
But you'd rather talk about yourself?
Yeah, but they probably want to hear about the game, though.
All right.
Today we were discussing the peculiar fact that we begin working on things in our head, and then they become little things in cyberspace that appear on our screens and monitors. They're not TV screens, really. And then we print them out to printers, but they're not real cards yet.
Right.
So today we saw a press sheet, which is real cards with card backs, but they're just not cut up. Except some of them are cut up. Right? They went ahead and cut them up anyway.
A few are.
But they're not quite cards, but they're the things that they make cards out of.
So, it's like the next step of reality.
It's very close. I still say that it doesn't count until somebody hands me a card, but that won't be far off, so we're really excited.
Well, actually, I'm one of the guys that went and cut up some of those sheets. I can't wait to get my hands on the cards, I went ahead and, cut the sheets up, and so I've got real cards I can
So you're ready to play?
Yeah, but yours aren't like officially, rounded corners. Your cards are marked.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's right.
It's all good.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're really excited about that. The cards look terrific. Those things that we look at on our monitors we've been looking at for months are in various kinds of page layout programs, and they look really crappy. Yeah. But, every once in a while we look at the Photoshop files and say, boy, these are great. And now we see them printed, and the cards are just beautiful.
Yes, they are. Let's talk to us a little of gameplay. What have we not heard about gameplay?
I'm trying to think, because we're pretty much taking the gloves off, and we'll be talking more about it this Saturday at the birthday bash, which I'm sure we'll be talking about later. But let's see. We've talked about the Adventure Pass.
That's right.
We've talked about the Twilight Pool.
We have.
Tom talked about the Twilight Pool.
He did.
What else is?
Those are really probably my 2 favorite components of the game, especially the Twilight Pool. I love the Twilight Pool.
Those are the marquee components that we
sort of the cornerstone
kind of saved and sprung on people because we thought they were really cool.
I also really like exerting. It's pretty cool.
That was talked about on the message board because I think the second card we put up, the Gandalf card, says something about exerting somebody with a signet. And they know what signets are because they're in the lower left of one of the cards we put up.
Okay.
And Tom explained that exerting means you take a glass bead token and you put it on the character.
It's sort of like a wound.
It is like a wound, except the difference is that I can't kill my character with exerting. I can't put that glass wound on him.
Can't work yourself to death.
You can't work yourself to death. Not in this game,
unlike in reality?
No, that's right. Yeah, well, we don't get into that. So if I have a character with vitality of 4, for example, and he says exert this guy to do something, I could do that 3 times.
Okay.
And I could do them all at the same turn if I want.
Right.
Now, it's a resource that you can use. And obviously, I could exert the guy and then heal him later, one way or another. There's cards that do that.
Okay.
Or he could be in a sanctuary. So it's just one of those things. And the guys on the board said that, well, it's like rotating. It's like tapping. And we said, no, it's not like that at all. It's more of a resource that the character starts with that you can spend however you want.
And it does get used up. I mean, it's not like you get to do it once every turn.
Right.
It's you can use it multiple times in a turn.
Yeah.
You can only use it a certain number of times a game before it's exhausted.
That's right. That gives you a lot more flexibility, and it's much easier to keep track of than, once at the beginning of your deploy phase, do this. Because, sometimes you don't remember, did I do that or not? So now we got ways to keep track of that.
Excellent.
Well, Chuck, I might scare some people out there, or maybe even scare you, but how old were you when you first read Lord of the Rings? What year was that? What year was that?
Should I tell how old I was, or what? I think I was 13.
13. What year was that?
It was back in the Dark Ages. It was 1967, I think.
Wow.
I was in junior high. And, I was reading a lot of Conan books and stuff, and when I read Lord of the Rings, it was very dreary and tiresome, and it was really slow. And I stopped in the middle, and everybody said, man, you got to keep reading. It really gets good after that. And I said, all right. I went back. And it did get really good. And the happy part of the story is that now that I'm not 13 anymore, I read it this year, and I loved every paragraph and every word, every description of. I felt like I was living the Shire by the time I was done with the first chapter, and I just thought it was wonderful. And the parts that I formerly thought were dreary were just delightful. So
cool.
I'm really looking forward to the movie experience too.
Absolutely.
And the fact that so many people will be talking about this thing, which, you know, back in 1967, you were kind of a weird kid if you read that stuff. So now it's become like mass market, which is very cool.
Well, if it helps, Chuck, we all still think of you as weird.
So if you wait long enough,
glossing over that,
stuff that you do that you think is weird becomes cool.
There you go.
That's my advice to all you young kids out there.
All right. Any other Lord of the Rings tidbits you want to give us today?
Gee, I don't know what to tell you. We're going through the approval process now, which is exciting because it's going great. And we talked to guys like working for New Line, and they're just gushing about the thing. They said, "Oh, we looked at the cards; they were just fantastic. We loved them; they look terrific." So, you know, normally the approval process is made up of, you know, changes, comments to a period, but we're getting, "Oh, these cards look great," which is pretty good. You know, a different kind of approval, I think.
Yeah, a whole new spin on approval.
Really like a lot. But the real exciting part is I can't wait till the game comes out. I go to a local tournament. I just walk around, just watch people play the game. That's the best. That's what it's all about. So it's coming soon. We're getting there.
Very soon.
What kind of deck are you going to build first?
Elves.
No hesitation.
Nothing but elves.
What kind of?
I already have it built. In fact.
What kind of shadow?
Probably Moria.
Really?
Because I think it's really strong.
Really?
And it's all shooty stuff.
Cool.
Shooty stuff is cool. Shooty stuff is cool. I'm a big fan of the archery phase.
I think I'm going to do some sort of Nazgul type strategy.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of the Nazgul.
Nazgul's very strong.
They've got lots of fears.
Yeah, they're bad people.
They're
Nazgul.
bad people.
Nazgul are bad people. Moria are cheap guys.
Yes, they are.
And they get lots
swarm
of them.
well.
They shoot you, and they shoot you early and often. So,
yeah.
You know, I'm all for that.
Man, I'll just play my Sworman's Gust and you'll be done. Oh, did I give away some strategy there?
Yeah, we're talking about the Isengard stuff is good too.
Yes, it is.
Isengard. This is good for RFD. I'm from the Midwest, and we've always said Isengard, and then Justin, of course, who has a different slant on everything because we can't understand him even though he speaks English, said Isengard. He says it's Isengard. I can't believe you said Isengard. So he's got us all saying Isengard now. So we don't know what it is.
You know, there is a whole chapter appendix in the book describing how to pronounce everything.
And there are people listening who are very scholarly about these things. They're saying that idiot doesn't even know it's pronounced. And I wish you'd call me, whoever you people are.
It's probably like Isengard. Who knows?
I'm not showing the R either. I said you should do that. So the movie will at least give us all kind of a universal pronunciation, which is good. I hope they don't do that Han thing that we got from Star Wars.
Oh boy.
That's a problem.
Or the brand new Hoth.
Hope?
That was you
good.
didn't see that?
No. Yeah, the little
in the Steve Sansweet Connections presentation that he did at a lot of the conventions this summer.
He said Hope?
He pronounced it Hoth.
Well, no,
and everybody in the audience kind of went, huh?
It was George Lucas pronounced it Hoth.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It was George Lucas pronounced it Hoth.
And he says Tatooine or something like that, doesn't he? He doesn't say Tatooine like we do. Well, he's been there. He knows.
He's been to Tatooine.
You're gonna go with the guys
who
live
there.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well,
thanks so much for stopping by today, Chuck. And we've got some more stuff coming up, and hopefully we're going to hear from you this weekend.
Yeah. Everybody make sure you check their website out because we're just ramping up all the coverage there, and they have a special event to tell you about that'll be happening soon. So.
That's right, and we'll tell you later on in the RFD broadcast about it too. So,
all right, thanks.
All right, thanks so much, Chuck. And now we have with us in studio Brian Catalino. How you doing today?
Hi, how you doing?
And everybody's going, who the is Brian Catalino?
Right. That's well. I had a big project that I had to get done by this week, so I went to Monica, the vice president of marketing, and I said, "Hey, Monica, let me hire someone." So Brian is here now, and Brian is here basically just for this week. You've come in to help me out with basically a video that we've been shooting for the last few days. And should be going up on the website today to basically teach everybody how to play Lord of the Rings, right?
Yes, it was it's a great game. I really enjoyed it.
What was your exposure to it before coming in to work on the video? Any at all?
You came in, your first time you came in was Tuesday, is that correct?
Yes.
Tuesday. So what was your exposure to it before that?
Nothing at all.
Okay.
Wow, so you came in cold.
Yeah. I read the Lord of the Rings book probably about 15 years ago. That's about it. I haven't really kept up with it on the website. I saw the first card you guys put up.
The Legolas?
But you were not a part of the playtesting process.
No, not at all.
Okay.
So coming in
3 days later.
Yeah, 3 days later, tell us what you think.
I can't wait for the game to come out. It was really good. The game played smoothly. The cards looked beautiful. It was just fun, really fun.
Now, and you were actually complaining to me because now we've played a very, very short demo.
Yes, and very precise.
Very
Every
precise.
move was scripted.
Yeah, that's right. Everything was, scripted out so that we can show the maximum amount of gameplay in the minimum amount of time.
Real small decks.
Right, really small decks. Basically, we each play one turn. That's it in this video. And Brian was like, "Man, this is all I've seen. Come on, man, you got to get me some real decks. I've got to play this game." So that's one of my goals here today is to try and get some real decks for Brian, so that he can actually see a little bit more. But even from that limited amount, can you see the depth? Can you see?
Oh yeah, it's real easy to learn. Like I said, you just taught me how to do it Tuesday, and I got the rules down pretty good that quick. Real easy to learn, but it seems like there's going to be a lot of strategy involved.
Now I must say that he did get a chance to look at like the rare sheet, what Chuck was talking about upstairs.
To come through proofing.
Right. So he did see some of the more in-depth things upstairs, and you could see him. You saw it Wednesday morning is when you saw the sheet, correct? And you should have seen him looking over the sheet, just going, "Oh man, look at that one," and "Oh geez, that one's so powerful," So
great cards.
Picked it up like that.
Very cool.
Like that. So we were the ones that actually cut that sheet up, huh? So we're the only ones that have been playing with real-looking cards.
Sheet, do you realize how much like a proof sheet from the Premier set could go for on eBay?
That's right, but we tore it up, didn't we? So it looks really good. So for those of you that are going to check out that video, which I really recommend everybody do, that's Brian there with me, and we're teaching everybody how to play. So
very cool.
Well, Brian, hopefully we'll see you again soon. This, hopefully won't be a one-time deal. Get you back in here, play test some more Lord of the Rings stuff, maybe do some more videos.
It was great being here. Thanks a lot.
No problem, man.
Okay, so for those of you who were interested in what Chuck was mentioning about the special event, if you have not seen this on the website yet, tomorrow, that is Saturday, we're going to have this elaborate web spectacular going on that has been, they've been running around trying to throw this thing together a long time here.
It's good stuff. We're basically going to be throwing a birthday party for Bilbo and Frodo because September 22nd, that's their birthday.
There you go.
So what we're going to do is we have created a very special birthday bulletin board for the two, and from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's 12 full hours.
12 full hours. We are going to have Decipher people in the bulletin boards that entire time.
Basically every hour there's going to be a new guest.
That's right. We are going to have people from the design team that have designed the Lord of the Rings trading card game, the design team that created the Lord of the Rings adventure game and role-playing games, and marketing folks. So the ones that are doing a lot of the promotions, including Kevin, who's heading up the volunteer program for Lord of the Rings. We're all going to be in there at various times. Check the schedule that's been posted on the website so you can see who is going to be in there at what times. Now, on top of all this, we are going to be giving away a box of Lord of the Rings trading card games and an adventure game every hour for those 12 hours.
Sweet.
Now, I think the Lord of the Rings trading card games boxes might get split up. They might not. It really depends on whoever's in there that hour.
Right.
So we are going to have trivia questions, and maybe you'll win something for being the first one to answer a trivia question or whatever. Really, it's up to whoever's running that hour.
Okay.
So, every hour will have its own feel to it. Now, what's really cool about this, too, is that we've been basically given carte blanche to talk about the rules, talk about gameplay, talk about all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be good stuff, man.
Right.
It'll be a really, really, really good opportunity to learn a lot about this game right away. So the birthday bash coinciding with the video release of how to play, people are going to know what's going on this weekend. So it's going to be awesome.
Do not miss it.
It's going to be awesome.
Wow. So all this excitement about Lord of the Rings, and yet that's still a little ways off. That's in November, and there is another release happening before that in October.
That's right.
October 10th is
Masters of the Force.
Yes, the
Jedi
third
Knights.
expansion for Jedi Knights.
right.
And there's more goody stuff in there.
We got a Yoda and a Emperor theme.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
2 new themes for you. There are new versions of theme cards for some of the existing people.
Right. That's right.
There's a new set of Force cards in there.
There's lots of good stuff.
And
lots of good stuff. So I'm assuming we'll start seeing card images from Masters of the Force up on the website very, very soon. That's going to be good. And man, I can't wait to play Yoda. I don't know about you, but
yeah, the Yoda theme will be pretty cool.
Yeah, I
mean,
can't wait.
Just getting the stuffing beat out of you.
You know, you gotta play the baddest Jedi Master of them all. You know, Mace Windu, whatever.
Yeah.
Yoda. It's Yoda. Yoda's the best Jedi Master of them all.
Cool.
So, what else is going on?
Well, 2 days ago, we had a new set released for Star Trek. The board finally came out. We've been talking about it for so long that in-house it's sort of starting to feel like, well, boy, gosh, didn't that come out weeks ago?
I know, you're already on to, like, the thing after the next thing.
Yeah.
You know, you're, like, far ahead.
Yeah.
So.
But the Borg has been released, and by all accounts is being very well received.
That's right. I've heard phenomenal things about the sales of, people out there buying the Borg and, getting all the new Borg stuff, enhancing those old Borg strategies. And, I'm a fan of the Hirogen. Yeah. First thing I did when I got some packs, I think I got 10 packs, built myself a warp speed Hirogen deck right away.
And it was a solid one, too. Yeah, it had lots of good stuff.
Yeah, I beat Sean's constructed warp speed deck with like 10 packs of Hirogen worth of Hirogen. It was really cool. So awesome. Yeah, it was good stuff. Good stuff. And the funny thing is his was a Vidian strategy where he did the boarding claw and like tried to come over and beat up my Hirogen.
So he's trying to harvest you, and instead you just like ripped his bones out and hung them on your wall.
That's right. That's right. Vidians, whatever. And lastly today,
you have a spoiler, don't you?
Oh man, it's spoilerlicious today.
For Reflections 3.
That's
correct?
right. I have 2 spoilers.
Oh.
2 spoilers. Well, you can't give a light side spoiler without giving a dark side spoiler.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, okay. Usually when we give a light side and a dark side spoiler,
they're usually the versions of the same card.
They're the same card, but for each side. But
you're not going to do that
I'm not
today.
doing that today.
All right.
I went upstairs and I said, "Hey, Juz, I want to do a spoiler on RFD today for Reflections 3.
And he
what
said,
card can I use?" And
now, did you understand what he said?
Yes. First of all, I did understand what he said, because I was paying close attention.
Okay.
And he said, I believe the direct quote was, "I don't know, you're in marketing, do whatever you want."
Excellent.
So I'm doing whatever I want.
So what do you want?
Well, originally I was looking at the sheets, so I had uncut sheets of Reflections 3 that I'm looking at to determine which ones. Actually, Brian and I were looking at these, so Brian helped me out, determine which cards. And I'm looking at Maul, and I'm like, man, Maul looks good. Maul looks good. I'm not going to do Maul. Oh, can you believe that?
You're a tease.
I'm not going to do Maul today. And then I was looking at the light side sheet, and I'm like, man, Obi looks good. Man, Qui-Gon looks good. Man, Leia looks good. Leia looks really good, by the way.
Yeah, well, I thought...
It's for those of you out there, it's another bikini shot, so you'll like that. But I'm going to do Lando. I'm doing Lando. Yeah, I'm going to do Lando first. Here we go.
Okay.
Lando Calrissian, Scoundrel. Now check this out. They moved Scoundrel from the lore up into the title because he's that much of a scoundrel in this one. So he's a scoundrel. He is a rebel card. So he's got the little rebel insignia. Destiny 5. That's big.
Wow.
Destiny 5.
Okay.
He's got this great look on his face of him screaming. It's pretty funny. Lore says, with a silvery tongue or a rapid-fire blaster, Lando prides himself on being able to get out of tight situations, is at his best when cornered. Man, I'm struggling through that. Basically what I did was I took the sheets over to the Xerox machine and did Xeroxes, because I can't fit a big sheet in here while we're recording.
Yes.
So, anyways, on to it. Power 6, ability 3, he's force attuned. Okay?
Okay.
So he's pretty strong.
Power
6. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Deploy 5, forfeit 7. Game text, the all-important game text.
Yes.
Adds 1 battle destiny. Period. Wow. Adds 1 battle destiny.
Okay,
what do you think of that,
go.
Brian?
That's strong.
If opponent initiates battle at same location, retrieve 1 force and add its destiny number to Lando's power or power of Falcon he is piloting. Retrieve it and add that number. So that's strong. And then comes the goofy little symbols that some people have been talking about a lot. It says, end of your turn, star, use 1, or down arrow, lose 2, or skull and crossbones.
Okay.
Now, I know most of you guys don't know what all that means, so I said...
has that information been revealed
yet? Justin, can I tell everybody what all that means? And he said, no.
Oh.
So
there were
blame
limitations.
Justin on that one. Blame Justin on that
one. All right, well,
so.
We'll let them think more about what that means.
That's right. Okay, that's Lando.
Okay.
Very good Lando. Power 6
Indeed.
Adds a battle destiny.
So,
strong.
What's the dark side card you have for us?
You know, I'm a big fan of this guy, both the actor and the character, Boba Fett.
Right.
Jeremy Bulloch, great guy,
okay.
and Boba Fett, great villain. So I'm going to do Boba Fett.
All right.
Boba Fett, Bounty Hunter is this card. It's an alien, obviously. Destiny 3, which is pretty good. Pretty good. The lore is the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. Justifiably, his fee is as large as his reputation. That's the lore. Power 7.
Wow.
Ability 3, armor 5.
Okay.
He has a deploy of 5.
Okay.
And a forfeit of 6. All right, here's the game text. Adds 3 to the power of anything he pilots. Pretty good. Adds 1 battle destiny with your alien or Imperial.
Any alien or Imperial.
Yeah.
So basically, as long as he's not with a droid.
Sure. And then in parentheses it says, or adds 2 battle destiny if with your bounty hunter or Vader.
And that is so huge.
What? What? Strong. Immune to attrition less than 5.
Oh.
I think Justin
was
just like on a rampage.
Yeah.
Here we go. But then he's got these
this
goofy
could be
symbols
Joe
again.
too.
That's true. Then he's got all these goofy symbols. It says end of your turn, star, use 2, and down arrow, lose 2, or skull and crossbones.
Okay. So and all that is still mysterious.
It is mysterious.
All right.
Some people on the bulletin boards are, have been talking about it, or on the discussion boards and the bulletin boards have been talking about it, and I think they've kind of figured out what all that means, but I'm not going to say. So that's what we have.
Okay.
So, man, Boba Fett and the big scoundrel Lando Calrissian.
Cool.
Good stuff. Maul is right here.
You are
right
such
here on
a
this.
tease.
Hey, I'll just tell you his name, Lord Maul. Pretty good stuff.
Okay.
Lord Maul.
But that's it for this week.
That's it for this week. You'll have to tune in again next week.
And indeed, that is it for this week.
That is.
For Radio Free. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Be sure and if you listen to this today, on Friday the 21st or on Saturday the 22nd, please try and make it to the birthday bash that's going on this weekend. So
yes.
Win lots of free stuff, find out lots of good information.
And everyone out there,
have a great weekend.